just unmute and just welcome her, you know, so she don't feel so awkward here.
Yeah, what do you do? What's your background? Are you a copywriter or
Yeah, I'm a copywriter too. Just new one.
you? Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Basically here everybody is copywriter except me and Ricky. Ricky is he's self-employed. He's the main reason he joined Copy Academy to learn copywriting is because he wants to basically market and sell his services. Then everybody else I believe are copywriters, like hardcore as in you guys don't do any like design, it's just writing. If I'm not mistaken, that is the situation. Is that accurate, Anastasia?
No, I'm doing a bit designing.
Oh, you're doing a bit design.
Yeah.
You see, Bob? Okay, so that's
Sometimes you have to do everything.
when you're starting, you do a bit of everything. You don't need to specialize in it, like, but a little bit of design and drawing helps you present your information well. Like even today, I'm not doing designing. At least I can give people feedback about design stuff when I outsource it. It just makes you more valuable. It makes it easy for clients to just pay you a higher amount, right? So that is just my opinion. I understand there are some copywriters who they never design anything. They are still charging like very high amount. I'm not sure if that is how they started it, because a lot of people who, when they're successful, they just do what they are good at. When client requests them to do some other stuff, sometimes they accept, sometimes they reject, but they do not talk about those things. They do not talk about it, they do not show it. But it's good to have some tools in your toolbox. So you never know when you need it. Right. So I realized I adjusted my camera. So let me just make it. Okay, that's a bit. Okay. I'm just going to assume Kevin's not here, so I'll just give some updates, the booms in the community. Kevin, last week during this time, he jumped on a closing call with the client. He closed let me see what he closed. Actually, I forgot. He closed a funnel, building a funnel, writing a funnel for $3,000. All right. So that is his, I'm not sure what, fourth, I think it's his fourth gig by now. All right. So I think past 3 months, it's like always 2 gigs a month, something like that, for Kevin. So we're very happy for him. Okay. So he's got quite a lot of practice by now. Okay. So we can learn a few things from him, you know, and he's also very generous because he actually reached out to the community and say, you know, I don't have a lot of time for some stuff, so he asked for some partnership, which is why I encourage all freelancers to don't do what I did. I was like a lone wolf. I never like network around. I always do everything myself until like this year. Actually, last year I started like delegating, outsourcing, outpassing my stuff. I start to do like gig sharing. Like I get a deal, then it's like, yes, I can spend my time doing everything, but my time is better spent on doing some other stuff. So I can let part of it, like maybe write the emails. I just get some others to do it. So usually how I find people to help is within like network groups like this, or Copy Academy, or Antoine's group, right? So I encourage you to get to know each other, right? So because maybe you are a specialist in email, but you need some help in landing page, or maybe you are a specialist in writing sales page or video sales letter, but you need some help in other areas. Like copywriting, it's very large, and some of you might have different skills. Like some of you might know some design, some like no media buying, some maybe you have some, maybe you don't do it yourself, but you have some contacts. Like I know a few very good web designers, for example. Then you can say, hey, previously what I need was I need somebody to write the emails, I need somebody to write the posts on Facebook, the ads on Facebook. Okay, I can write I can do the media buying and stuff like that. So just by knowing each other, just get to know each other. I encourage you all to get to know each other, at each other in Facebook. I believe everybody here was in Copy Academy, all right? So just network around. Okay. Nowadays, most of the time is people, they message me. I seldom go and add people around, but that was what I did last time. I started by adding all the instructors, all the hosts. I add them as friend, and what I realized is the first host or the first instructor is a bit hard because they don't know you. So you can just say maybe I'm from Copy Academy. But once you add the first host, the second host is very easy. The third, the fourth, and this actually works for LinkedIn as well. So if you would like to get in touch with somebody, you don't need to go like directly. You can go like at their networks, and if they see like, hey, we know, you know, other influencers, you know, other people in the industry, chances of them actually reading your message will be higher, instead of like, oh, this is just another cold email. All right. And speaking of cold email, I received some of questions. Okay, so how this usually works? Okay, it's I'm showing how this works is because Anas is the first time joining us, so I just show how this works. It's like first time, we just tell everybody what we, in a very short time, what we did, and what do we plan to do this week. Okay, so we'll start with Anastasia because you're the okay. I'll let you see how other people do it. So I'll let you go last. Okay, then the second round is we have a question session. So today Ricky will start first because he came first, and the other everybody like came exactly at 9 o'clock. All right. So first we will just tell people what we did, share some victories, share some progress. It doesn't always have to be like, oh, I closed the sale. If I don't close the sale, I have nothing to share. No. We focus on progress. We focus on improvement. We focus on taking action. Something which normally you don't do, but now you find the courage to step out of your comfort zone. That is also worth sharing. All right. So don't discount these efforts. Don't discount these efforts. Anything which you promised you said you want to do last week, then you actually did it. Especially we want to hear this. Okay, so like I see like what I can do for you is like anything which you lack the confidence, you lack the courage to do, you're not very sure, should I do this? You voice it out here. We can give you some feedback if it's something that you want to do, something you should be doing, and sometimes you can just ask for some feedback here. All right, so this is usually how it works. So Ricky, maybe we start with you first and let us know how was your vacation.
Yeah, last week was vacation. Went to the trailer camper, just 4 days, and then what did I do? I guess I get darker, maybe. I don't know. Because it's all sun the whole time except sleeping time. Get a little sunburn.
I can't tell. Anybody can tell. I can't tell. Boss shakes his head.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm like same color. I don't know. But yeah. But in addition, when I come back, I kind of look at the YouTube video that Jay posted last week, and I heard Spore want some role play. I don't know if you did it, but and if you need role play, I am here too. So I'm a business owner, not a big business owner, but small business owner. So if you want me to help you too, and I wrote an email too to try to send it to my customer about giving him ideas of what my value is. I sent an email to this to that Slack channel. I don't know if you see it, but trying to get some feedback on that email. So
so that email is already sent, or
Yeah, it's on the Slack channel, but I
Okay.
don't know if you see it or no, you
I
cannot see it.
saw your post, but I didn't
Yeah,
open the
but yeah, I
file.
guess
I mean, we can take a look at the file. And
yeah, but it is just an email. It's pretty a little longer than normal email. I'm just because I send my customer free proposal already, like a small, medium, large. Telling him what I can do for him for next year because it's budgeting this year.
Mhm.
But with the proposal, like usually I don't know why company just, hey, oh, it's budgeting and can you send me a proposal, but like and then I don't hear anything back. So maybe it's too expensive or I don't know. I don't know any reason yet. But now I'm thinking maybe I should give it a push, send a follow up email, but not a follow up email saying I'm just following up. Instead, I'm writing an email, right? So
Okay.
um
Remind me to send you a video about follow up, just in case if I forget about it.
okay.
Just remind me to send you a video how to follow up. I actually sent that to my client before, so I
Oh,
can
okay.
easily just find it, and I think it will help you on that.
Yeah, but that is not a cold client or warm
Yeah, I know.
client. It's
I know.
actually the person who asked me, "Oh, give me your proposal," right? So, so they are actually
Yes,
a client that
I know.
I
But
know.
the email it will apply for a situation.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Yeah, that's
just
good to
I
see
mean
that.
I just afraid I forget. Just remind me if I
Yeah,
forget, because like
yeah. It'll
I
be. I don't know who to find actually, but who to find
what
to
do you mean you
see
don't know who to find?
who to find to kind of look at it because I just know this community. So
What do you
um
mean you don't know who to find to look for it? I didn't understand the point.
to look for somebody look at my email.
Oh,
Yeah.
the reason. Okay, this is me guessing. I don't know this
Mm-hmm.
for a fact. I believe nobody responds because they don't know your situation, and the email it's very long. We don't really understand the exact
Yeah.
situation, so it's very hard to give you a feedback about the content. I can
Mm-hmm.
give you feedback about the context. All right. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll answer that in the Q&A time. I'll just let everybody do their accountability round first.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Mm-hmm.
send the email,
Yeah.
you enjoyed your vacation. And after the vacation, do you feel more energized? Do you feel more refreshed?
Oh, actually, I feel more tired.
Yeah, same. Thank you. That's why I don't go on vacations.
Well,
Yeah, it's
it's
true.
something my wife and my daughter will benefit, but not so much about me. But
Yeah.
just you have to do it
Don't
sometimes.
be surprised, Ricky. I have the same thing. My family go on vacation. I actually feel more. I need to take a vacation for my vacation. I don't need to take a vacation for my work. I need to take vacation for my vacation. So
Yeah.
I can 100% relate to you, and you're not wrong for or you're not weird for feeling this way. Some of us we don't like it. I can even tell you why you feel that way, but that's totally not related to today. So I don't want to
Yeah.
go on
I,
a
I'm trying to catch up, right? After I come back, try to catch up all the like
yeah.
learning, right? So and all those business stuff. So yeah.
Yeah,
When I
good.
on vacation, I have no computer and all that, so it's very hard too. So yeah.
No computer. Scary.
Yeah.
All right.
So I will let other people
Okay. Thanks
speak.
for sharing, Ricky.
Yep. Thanks.
Okay. I guess next, we like to hear from Max.
Okay, hello, Cricket. Hello?
Hello, Max.
Yes. Okay, last week I just promised myself to send about 6 to 8 cold emails, but after that I just try my best. I eventually I sent 12 cold emails. So actually I just doing cold emails, and then I will send another 6 follow-up emails for my last 2 weeks to follow up my prospect.
Okay.
Okay,
So from what I heard is you said you are going to do 6 to 8, but you end up doing 12. All right. So I think this deserves some recognition. You're doing more than you
Mhm.
initially said. Okay. You don't always need to overdo it. But the goal here is we want to make progress. You want to take action. Then for that alone, I'll recognize the effort. I understand you have a question to ask about the core email. We'll reserve that at the end. So first, I want to recognize this, and I'll just give some recognition for Max, because previously during these sessions, he was dressed like very home style. Okay, so I suggested to him, because he will be meeting people on Zoom. I suggested him to get a blazer, and I didn't realize you can get one so cheap nowadays. All right. Doesn't matter as long as you look like a bit different, a bit more like a business look. That will help your closing rate. I actually told Bob to go and get one. I told him this 2 days, so maybe it's coming. We don't know. It's not that expensive. Like, come on. I actually ordered one. When I saw it, I was like, huh? Oh, this kind of things is so cheap nowadays. Just a disclosure, I've been wearing this since 2004, 2005. It's over 10 years, so I just ordered another one. Like, whatever. Right. So Max is somebody who is very coachable. Okay, when he says he wants to do something, he actually does it. Okay, and he takes feedback and he implements. So this is something that I think deserves some recognition. Okay, now you realize this session is a bit different from what we have been doing. Okay, I'm doing a bit more recognition because I'm actually in the middle of joining HTC, high ticket closing. I'm just trying to transfer some of the benefit what I got to you guys, right? I'm pretty sure you guys are not going to go for it. It's $4,000. Never mind. I see what I can help you all with. I just help you all with. Okay, so you sent besides the cold emails, any other things which happened in the last week?
And then I joined the more sales challenge, but that one is the pre-challenge. I just go to the website and just study the pre-challenge material. So watching a video, maybe it's about 30 minutes a day.
Okay.
To watch the video and take note.
Okay.
That's all.
So a more sales challenge is from Danlock. It's very inexpensive. If you can't afford to buy Danlock's full program, I'll recommend joining his challenge. His challenge is like $50, $100. It's very affordable. Now, just a bit note here. Usually, if you pay $50 or $100 for Danlock's challenge, it's worth a lot of the money. But just be a bit wary of the people who attend there. The quality is not the highest. It's okay to network, but if people say their opinions, just don't take it as 100%. Okay, because I see the quality of the people who attend the challenge is very different from people in the programs that Danlock have, like high ticket closing and Copy Academy. The people there and people in, let's say, Smart Challenge, very big gap. So much so I got so lazy, I stopped doing networking in Smart Challenge. All right.
Yeah.
So it's good to just network around. Just when they give you idea or they ask you to do something, or just be careful of the opinions there. Right.
I'm also in this 21 sales challenge.
Yeah.
Max.
I'm actually considering to register for that just because I think I'll get some bonus materials, and it's so cheap. Like, why not? So I might actually. Oh yeah, Ricky, do we recommend that for anybody who it's a copywriter? I thought I asked you about it. The more sales challenge, will you recommend that?
I think yeah, actually, well, more sales, right? Do you want more sales? That's it.
Now, who doesn't? No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the more sales challenge is like a cheaper, maybe the basic package for the HTC. I think closer, maybe this is the cheapest one. It's a very basic fundamental.
Mhm.
If you couldn't afford for 4,000, I think it's 4,000 for HTC, then maybe you can join this 97. That would be a good start.
Okay. And if you feel like once you why when I'm a employee, let's say if you come from an employee background, I think this will come to your mind one day. It's like, why when I'm an employee I do not need to go and join courses. I do not need to go and buy so many things. Why when I'm in a business? I thought business people are supposed to make a lot of money. Why is it seems like I'm spending more money than making money? Who can relate with that? Who? Oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
understand what
Anastasia.
you mean.
Yeah, it's like when you start your business, you keep thinking, I start business, I get more money. But you didn't realize when you start the business, actually you spend more money than you think. All right. It's very this is normal, by the way. Okay, so this is not but that being said, I'll just say my mistake. I bought a lot of shiny objects. I bought shiny object. I think total I spent $12,000. As low as $7 and as high as $2,000 per program. So it's a very wide range. You can see the shiny object is very shiny to me. So just be careful of this, but this is normal. If it's something that it's Deadlock is selling, I'll just recommend it. Okay, it's very seldom where you buy something from a training from Deadlock and you don't at least get your money's worth. Very, very seldom. Very, very, very seldom. All right. There are some things which is more valuable than others, yes. But generally, it's like I can recommend almost everything. Okay, not everything, but almost everything. Okay. So congratulations, Max, for registering the sales challenge. So besides overachieving, you set the target of the cold email. You're also watching the videos. Okay. I'm watching I'm going through HTC every day, and I feel my time is more compressed. So I'd like to acknowledge that. I know it's not easy. I know it's not easy. Okay. So, Bor, how's your week?
So I want to first thank Max for like role playing with me. We both role played together, and then we switched roles also. So both of us get to be a client, or either a client or a closer. And I think like we get to practice how to be both of the position. And then like I messed up as a closer. I cannot close the deal. I went to because like we want to avoid diving into the specifics when we are closing, right? But I couldn't figure out how to redirect it back to something some other topic. So I have no choice, okay, but to like, okay, go into the specifics, and then like, okay, messed up. So after that, Max helped me to like to demonstrate how to like how to be a better closer. And then like what the main takeaway here is that we have to be problem solver instead of a gig taker. So he constantly emphasized that he's here to solve revenue problems.
Yep.
He just like always emphasize it with a different angle, and then so the business owner will think that he cares about the business instead of like, oh, I just want to take this gig. Yeah. So
okay.
When the business owner is in this frame of mind, he will be more like
he'll be more receptive to the idea.
Yes, receptive to the suggestion or any like new kind of solution. Yeah. So yeah, that's the main takeaway. And another thing that I've done last week.
Wait, before you share this, I just a quick one for Max. Max, when you share with Bor how to improve the closing, did you learn something yourself? Just by
Yeah, of course, I learned something, but my biggest takeaway is like speaking the tonality, and then the full is talking like fluently, because sometimes I feel very hard to express what I really want to talk. So during the role play, and then if I take the note before I start talking, then the process will be more fluent. So I think this one is my biggest takeaway.
Yeah, see, so one of the best way to actually learn is to teach. all right? And you don't need to be a expert. You just need to be now I'm borrowing this quote from Christo. Just know he's an influencer, right? On closing. Sometimes the best teachers are people who are currently learning and not the experts. Because to the experts, it's like, this is so easy, why can't you just do it? But those who are actually learning, because they're going through what you're going through, they can actually relate better to you, and they can point out some stuff that usually the expert will like, I thought everybody knows how to do that, these kind of things. So one of the best ways to learn is to teach. I'm not joking. I experienced this myself this year. Okay. So so that's even like, so last week Max did 3 things. Okay, besides the emails. Okay, he also besides going through the more sales, the challenge, he also role play with Ball, and he also, by helping the role play, you learn yourself. All right. So that is good. So Ball, what's the second thing?
So the second thing is that I realized I have a big problem with English, and because okay, every week we have this kind of session. It's like maybe we get to talk about like 20 minutes a week in this accountability session. And then if we don't have any more sessions, we just like speak English for 20 minutes a week. And it's already good enough, like compared to when I'm still in high school or in university.
Yes.
I don't get when back in the days, I don't even get to speak like 5 minutes a week, which is like right now, if I speak like 20 minutes a week, it's considered an improvement, but I don't think it's enough. So I joined an English fluency challenge. And what I did there, I actually invested like kind of like almost an hour a day. Which what I did is like, okay, voice messaging with other challenges, which like we talk about like random stuff, like daily stuff, everyday stuff, or maybe their hobbies, our interests, or whatever. Okay, so we exchange voice message, and if we are comfortable with that, we just hop on a Zoom call, like just talk, and then like each session is like 1 to 2 hours. Okay, so the more you interact, the more you get to talk. And I actually called like 5 challenges in the past few days, which is like 7 to 8 hours already. And if you compare to like my weekly speaking time, which is like formally 20 minutes, to right now 8 hours a week, which is a really great environment for me to continue improve my English, which I can feel a little bit improvement already by joining this challenge for a few days, and it lasts for 30 days, and it's only $25.
Okay, so I think the difference is you improve your confidence. You're more confident in speaking it. That is obvious if you ask me. Then if you want some you want to make these changes before the next Zoom, you realize my top here and the ceiling is not, you can see the top of my head, but it's like not a very big gap. You want to adjust it. Okay, yeah, something like this. Why? It's because ideally you even want to show your hands, because you have to know your client. They might or might not know how to judge or copy. Okay, this applies for everybody. It's not just Ball. Okay, the client, I'll say 80%, maybe 90% of the time, they don't know how to evaluate your work. But they do know how to evaluate. Business people, generally, they know how to evaluate a few things. One is the body language of who they're talking with, how you are presenting yourself, how you're talking. So this, I got from the course. I just share a little with you. Body language. Try to have shoulders up, sit up straight. Like currently, I'm actually sitting very quite straight here. As long as on the camera, I just make sure Okay, at the very least, be able to see your shoulders. Okay, ideally you want to show your hands, and your hands try to like occupy some space, because just now if you like this, you can see my shoulders and my hand. It doesn't look so confident, correct? And even in the video, which is a free YouTube video, if you keep holding this position, your confidence actually drop. Okay, your hormone, the stress hormone, actually increase. So just by doing this, like that's why I purposely if you look at my desk, it's actually not I'm not sitting like parallel to my desk. It's actually a very weird angle. Okay, but because I have the virtual background, it doesn't appear. But I just try to show this, my hands and this. It gives people a good vibe. Okay, this doesn't seems like copywriting, but it actually affects your closing ratio. It affects the price where people think, okay, this person is worth this. Okay, a lot of things, like I never thought of this. Like if you ask anybody who know me for a long time, or let's say my family, it's like I'm the person who says the looks doesn't matter, the work matters. This year, I totally flip on that. It's like I don't think the work matters as much as how much you look, how much you appear, how you communicate with people. That is actually more important, because people until today still judge the book by the cover, like it or not. I don't like it, but I can't prevent people from doing it. Okay, it's not nice, it's just a fact. We do that all the time. Okay, you imagine if I wear like some whatever trousers, my client, when he go on a Zoom call with me, wear shirts with holes, I can see his body. I'm like, you seriously going to wear this when you're going to meet your prospects? Like, come on, man. And you ask me why your closing rates suck. I say it's not like you don't have money to go and buy proper clothes. He drives a luxury car. He drives an Audi. Priorities. Okay, so if you're going to appear on camera on Zoom, which I encourage people to do it, because you want to, just by showing up on Zoom, even when you're on Fiverr, your price go up, and you get repeat gigs just by going on Zoom. Don't see what I'm doing now. See what I'm doing like 3 years, 4 years ago. I get on Zoom. I'm not wearing this, to be honest. I'm wearing like a white shirt, but at least there's a collar. But at least it's like button. It's not like something very, very too casual. Okay, my lighting wasn't good, this and that, but at least they can see my face. Like now, actually, I have some lighting here. I can turn it off, and you can see the effect. Okay, so I do not have any of this last time. Okay, it's now, but these things help. Okay, these things help. So I'm covering this because Paul is going to have his closing call on Friday. Okay, so I'm just giving some just in time things you can quickly do. Doesn't cost you a lot of things. I think your background is okay. When you're wearing your shirt, don't wear shirts with a lot of drawings. A plain shirt is less distracting. Okay, you see what Max is wearing? Max is presentable. You see what he's wearing? It's okay. Okay, so these are the things that you want to adjust. Try to find an angle where you can show your hands, and just get used to your hands. Actually, when I usually do a hand gesture, is around here, but because of the camera, I'm actually raising my hands here. Okay, I'm actually raising it higher than what I'm comfortable with. Okay, because what you do in real life and what you do on camera is actually a bit different. There are some differences. Okay, yeah, see, now you look much more. Yeah, there's a difference. You look at more.
So you actually like raise your hand more than usual.
More than usual, yes. More than usual,
okay.
yes. You have to practice. This is you have to practice. I don't expect you to get all of this done. I mean, it's your first time doing closing call, but I'm just giving you the tips which you can implement immediately, and it will just improve. I think you're doing okay so far. I think you're doing okay so far. So Bor went from somebody who keeps self-sabotaging. He insists on making sure he can't get his client. He's doing everything he can to make sure he cannot get a client. So I have to tell him, you're working very hard to make sure you don't get your first client. Please stop doing all of this. Please take a vacation on sales preventing. So I have to point out the things. Okay, so that's the additional benefit of like hanging out in the community, I can give like some things, some which are too obvious, then I'll give it back. Okay, but I hope this was useful. Then finally, Anastasia, let's hear from you. How's your last week?
Yeah. Last week, actually, I just finished building. Not finished. I'm building my portfolio. Jay know about this,
Mhm.
but it hasn't even catch anything yet in Viber. I tried to make a cold message with the people in LinkedIn as well.
Okay.
I haven't sent any cold email because I don't know where to.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't mind sending cold emails, but I just don't know where to get the emails and stuff like that. And actually I don't know which company that I need to approach or which person. Like I'm not really targeted, but in LinkedIn I try to connect with people.
Okay.
But then LinkedIn said that you
Mhm.
reach your amount of connecting, so they just like at first I got like some connection, but then now not really.
Okay. We can look at I can look at how you connect that later, but I'll just give Bor an assignment here. Well, could you add Anastasia as friend and share with her our email template and whatever Anton has taught us so far?
Yes, I have a bunch of tools that will be useful
Yes.
for you.
But
And yeah.
But to send cold emails, I know, but where to? The thing is like.
Yeah.
Okay.
I send you a PDF. I'll just briefly open the PDF and do a screen share. I'll tell you guys why this is important. Okay. But the some of the tools and the general idea of how to send the cold email, book maybe two sessions with Bor, 90 minutes each. He can show you what we have been learning, because that is one of the first things we learned in the original coaching program. Okay, this is actually from Antoine's coaching program. Then he asked us to do some accountability, which is why I started this group. Okay. So boy, you will learn more when you teach, and when you teach people, you raise your confidence. Okay, it's also a good English practice for you. Okay, if Anastasia can't understand what you're saying, it's your fault. All right. So you have to now when you teach, you can't just talk to yourself and talk as if you understand stuff. You need to talk in a way that everybody can understand you. It's a different level of communication, by the way. Okay, there are two types of communication: intrapersonal and interpersonal. Interpersonal, it's you talk with other people. Intrapersonal, you talk with yourself. Both are important. I would say intrapersonal, talking with yourself, is more important. Okay, but screw that for the time being. Just something to do. Actually, Ricky, when you do this exercise, you will also you'll be able to talk with people who are not software engineers. I know it sounds very weird. 5 years ago, I don't think I can talk with anybody who isn't in my industry. Okay, 5 years, 2015, 2014, that time, I can only talk with people who are interested in my business, in the industry. Sorry, who are in the industry, not just interested. I can only talk to people in the industry, and other people who are not in the industry, I realize they can't understand what I'm saying, so I don't bother to talk with them. So it's a very bad downward spiral. And because of that, I never improved my communication skills. So, okay, you want to close, you want to write very good emails. It's very weird. This advice is, I know it's very weird, but if you talk with people not in your business, you realize your emails from 20 pages maybe become 2. From 2 maybe become 2 paragraphs. You'll be able to let people understand in less words. Okay, because currently, okay, can you guys see the email here? It's too long. Okay, it's a bit too long. Means since you already sent, I can't do anything, but it's quite hard to hold somebody's attention.
Is it the sales page or just cold email?
This is a code. This is not a cold email. It's a email which Ricky is sending to people who he knows or who knows him. But this is too long. All right. I do not recommend this. Usually, if you're sending emails, my belief is always this: sell an appointment. Don't try to get a sale in an email. Chances of getting a sale in an email is very, very close to 0%. Very, very close. In the old days, we use the email to sell the phone call. We use the phone call to sell the face-to-face meeting. Okay, so nowadays we just use email to sell the Zoom call. Whatever you can. I mean, I'm not sure if Ricky, you want to make an on-site visit. You want to go there face-to-face, or is your plan to close on a Zoom call? Okay, Ricky, you're muted, but never mind. Just think like, what is the outcome? Then you can.
Yeah. So yeah, the outcome is to sell the meeting actually. So
It's
and
physical meeting.
Zoom meeting.
Zoom meeting. All right. Yeah. So if
Yeah,
it's a Zoom
and-
meeting, just think, what do I need to say? You just need to say enough to sell the meeting. Saying more than necessary actually will reduce your chances. I know sometimes we tech people like to do more than is needed. We need to have we like to have some fail safe, some backup codes, some redundancy check. In sales, we don't do that. We do the opposite.
Yeah, like but when I learned from Antoine and Copy Academy, people said you try to give values, right? And also try to make it conversational. So I'm trying to do that, but yeah, it's too long. So
email is this length. It's not a conversation.
Okay.
One trick is you don't give people something before they ask for it. Make them ask for it. So you need to sell. You're going to give them something, but make them aware of the thing that you're going to give them. Let's say you're going to give some free headlines or a free Facebook ad. Just show them why that is important and ask them, would you want it? If they say no, you don't need to waste your time to go and prepare the free gift. Okay, so this is one method. There's another way where you just straight away prepare the gift. That works as well. But this is, frankly, after I read it, I don't understand the email. So I'm like,
I'm sorry.
Right.
But what you said is totally what I need, because from I know what I need to talk about, but from the copywriter angle, I don't know if that person is going to read it. So
yes,
it's pointless
because we
like,
it's a very I mean, this mistake everybody makes it. I make it myself. I assume people will read the whole email. I assume people open the email. I assume a lot of stuff. So we need to just assume people are very skeptical. They do not believe anything. We need to show them proof. We need to grab their attention. We need to build the trust. Okay.
And you know, I receive a lot of Dan Lock's email, right? So I'm trying to do kind of the same.
Don't. No, don't. He does that
you see
because
that you say he has saw this email. I
don't
read
follow.
his email, right? So
you can read. Don't use his style for yours. It's a different thing. He's selling.
Oh, really?
Yes. He does that
Why
is
is
because he's people know him. So he can do certain things that if you and me, we do it, it's not going to be effective.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's say if you opt in into an influencers list, after you read 2 weeks of emails, they will make some assumptions that you know them, like them, and trust them. If you want to refer, you can refer, use a new email, subscribe to them, and you can see the way they communicate. It's very different from the emails after you buy the challenge. So when you try to mimic stuff, just take note of this. I made that mistake like last time, seriously. I assume people are going to they the relationship is there, everything is there. No, it's not the case. If you want to do some referring, you can use a new email, subscribe to Dan Locke's free stuff from his YouTube channel, and see there's going to be a very big difference. Like the emails I get once I bought Copy Academy is quite different from the emails I got like last time. So I know there's a difference there.
Before you opt in,
Sorry?
before you opt in is very different than you after you opt in.
Before I buy and after I buy, the emails are
Okay.
different.
You mean like I actually don't remember what I get from Dan before I opt in.
Doesn't
Is this
matter.
very short or?
I can't remember as well. It's okay. Just go and take a new email, opt
Yeah.
into his
Oh, okay.
something new. Don't buy anything.
Mhm.
You see the way his talk is different. I
Mm,
noticed that myself. When I'm in his program,
mhm.
the emails he sent is a bit different. It's a
Yes.
bit different. Okay.
Oh, so like whoever, well, yeah, that's the thing. Like okay, I should cheat this client didn't buy yet because he didn't buy yet. So
Yeah.
but he buy before, he didn't buy yet. Now, right? He stopped, right? So
Yeah.
okay.
There are some ways that people talk. It's because they have authority. There's some trust there, so they will talk like certain ways. Sometimes we
Mhm.
can't assume that, and just by looking on the email, lower the energy cost by 5% a year. Now, because I never do a lot of the exact work which you do, I'm not sure if that is the main motivation for them to take action.
Mhm.
Now, you just have to ask yourself this question: what do I need to do or say so they'll have enough interest, enough curiosity to contact you? What do you need to do or what do you need to say for them to have enough curiosity to contact you? Instead of like the whole benefit. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Try
okay.
to,
These
well,
things take.
actually, this email is already something I never sent before.
Yeah, which is why
because
I mean I acknowledge you are taking action. You are
I'm trying to look at the financial angle, right? So
yeah, and that itself, like guys, Ricky have no experience with finance. He always look things previously. His point of view is always from a technical person. So I jump on a Zoom call with him and I show him how business, there are different people and different people look at things differently. So I show with him a different point of view. I shared with him like how finance people make decisions. Because if you are talking to the business owner, it's very different with if you talk with one of the it's not the business owner, they are just the employee. Their motivations are different. The things you need to say to get them interested, to get them curious, to get them to take action, is a bit different from business owner. There are some differences. Okay, so these are the questions we need to ask ourselves. Now, I'm not the best person to ask about sending emails to employees because I don't do that. Okay, I'm aware of that, but I can just give like some general feedback, like, hey, this is what you want to achieve. How you want to get the attention, you want to get the curiosity. That is true for everybody. Okay, so don't worry, Ricky, make progress. Okay, just focus on the progress.
Throwing the wrong punch now.
As long as you're throwing punches.
Oh God.
Okay, so this is the learning process of learning how to start your own business, being self-employed. I went through this very painful process in 2008 when I started my first business, and I failed too. I lost a lot of money. I lost a lot of time, and it took me until maybe 2018 to actually learn these lessons. 10 years. Okay, so if you can learn it in 10 months, you should congratulate yourself.
I didn't learn in 10 months. Still fail. So
Right, okay. You're
yeah.
not taking 10 years now, correct?
Well, I don't have 10 years to lose though.
See, most people won't. Okay, so just have some gratitude. Like that. This is this is you're going in the right direction. Going for Dan Locke's sales challenge. I think he will change a few of the mindset thing on how you look at certain stuff. Like that is the biggest benefit of joining high ticket closing. It's changing the way you look at things. Yeah, so I don't have that ability to help you guys change the way. I can just share with you how I look at things. Then hopefully you guys can pick up some things here, and I share some videos by people who are teaching on the mindset, teaching on closing, teaching on how to be a freelancer. You can see how they think, and hopefully you can pick up some frequency. This is it's the cheapest way to learn. It's not the fastest, it's not the best, but it's better than nothing. I wish I had YouTube, all of this type of stuff 10 years ago. No, that's not. Okay. Okay, so Ricky, don't be too hard on yourself. I think you and Paul and me, we have the same problem. We are very critical of ourselves. When we make a mistake, we like to beat ourselves up. Oh, why are you so stupid and stuff like this?
Actually, I don't mind you guys beat me up. I just don't. Actually, I don't want to send to a customer beat me up, then that will be.
We're not talking about other people beat you up. I'm talking about you beat yourself up. Because when you do that too often, you will increase your fear and you'll procrastinate much more. So I don't want that to happen. So I'm trying to acknowledge what progress you are making. What are the things that, most of you are stepping out of your comfort zone. Most, if not all of you are stepping out of your comfort zone. So that deserves some recognition, because 90% of the population, 89, 90% of the population, they remain the same forever for their whole life. They did not step out of their comfort zone. They did not stay out of their comfort zone. Okay. It's one thing once you make 10K a month, you stay in your comfort zone. Okay. Whatever. But until we reach there, let's try to push ourselves a little. Okay. Try to talk with more strangers. Okay. So hope that was helpful. Now we enter a Q&A session. I assume Ricky's Q&A was done. Okay. I'll just make the assumption. So Max, you have a question to ask us this week.
Okay, my question is very simple, because I'm not sure right now I'm sending the cold emails I'm doing on the right track. So actually every time I send the cold emails, I will go find their email address, and then I prepare to give, and then in the cold email I list out their problems.
Okay.
But one thing my obstacle is when I find the domain, their email address, if one company, there's a lot of people like marketing in the marketing department. They have global sales marketing, and then they have digital e-commerce marketing manager. And then I'm just very confused. This cold email, who should I send? This is my biggest problem.
Okay.
Should I send to the top one, or send into the middle position? Yeah, that's my problem.
I'll first answer the question, then I'll question your question. Okay. So to answer your question, there are two ways to get in the door. We call it get in the door. There are two ways. One is bottom to top. One is top to bottom. Both got pros and cons. Okay. I can actually send you a video. They say it very, they outline, there are pros and cons for both ways. But I just give you a summary. There's no wrong way. Both way works. But when you when you send from bottom to top, the email is very, very different. Very, very, very different from versus top to bottom. Okay. Top to bottom, you need to appeal a little to their power position, a bit more to the ego. You need to know their motivations are very different. Sometimes people in the middle or people on the bottom, they have less to lose. They are more brave to take some decisions. So you need to gauge. Kind of hard for me to do that. If I talk with people on Zoom, maybe I can engage. But if it's email the first time, I have to make a lot of assumptions, which is something I don't like to do so much. Okay, so summary, both way works, but the execution is very different. So if you are more comfortable talking with management level people, go for it. If you are more comfortable talking to people who are not decision makers, go for it. Both way works. Okay, so this actually applies to Ricky as well. Ricky, if you're talking to very top level management, it works. But the way you're talking is going to be very, very different compared to you talk with an engineer. It's very, very different. The words they use is very different. The things they are concerned with is very different. Okay, now I spend most of my time talking to people who are like project managers or business owners. So if it's an engineer, I don't think I'm the best person to ask how you want to start a conversation there, unless I'm selling something for their personal growth or their career. Then that's a different story. Okay, but let's say if it's a decision to be made in the company, I'm better off talking with management. I'm better at talking with the business owner. Okay, that is for me. You need to see what is good for you. Okay, now to question the question is, what was I going to ask? Maybe you can repeat the question so I can I can come up with my question.
Okay, so because my cold emails I just sending for one person, and then at the PS there, I will mention that if this my email is not the I sent to the wrong people, could you help me to forward this to the right person? So
okay, it's actually correct now. Oh yeah, I now I know what is the question I have. Okay, so we have the cold email checklist, correct?
yeah.
So one way you can dodge this problem, you can't solve it, but you can dodge it. It's you pick companies where it is just the business owner, or it's very clear it's a marketing manager, one person, so you do not have this confusion. This is avoiding the problem, it's not solving the problem. Okay, so that's one way. So before you send an email, actually like use the program and see who are the people I can reach. I like to talk to business owner directly. That's me. Okay. If let's say they are marketing at company.com, good. If there's marketing, then there's e-commerce and there is sales and there is so many different things, then maybe I'll just like so many prospects in the world. Why do I want to put myself in this? I'll just next. That's me. Okay. So I offer you two solutions. One, it's you do what you are familiar. Number two is if you see there's so many different emails, like next. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. Okay, Anastasia, you mentioned that you have a question of you don't know which industry to focus. You don't know what to focus. So this actually applies to almost everybody here. So I'll just give a broad. Is that the question that you want to ask?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's 21 hours.
What's that?
That's my laptop.
Okay. It's just 1 hour. I was like, it's 21 hours. It actually shocked me a little. Okay. So if you want to pick a niche, two ways. One is you pick something you're very interested and you have a lot of knowledge. Okay, we call it the passion. Okay, let me just open the file so it will be easier for everybody to follow. Okay. Guys, in case you don't have this file, I can send it to you. Okay, just don't spread it around because it's a program I paid for. Okay, so you want to have this to determine what is the niche you want to go in. Some people, they have a lot of passion, but there's no profit. A lot of passion, no profit, you have a very expensive hobby.
That's me.
Okay. Then there are some people, they go into a niche where it's profitable. There's a lot of demand for the thing you're doing, but you don't like it a lot. That happened to me as well. So that is, you'll get burned out because it's not something you can keep spending a lot of time with. Okay, so instead of telling you guys what to do, I'll just share my how I started and everything. So in 2015, that time I don't have a lot of different interests besides computer, and I'm like, I don't see a way I can write or build websites for computers. So I pick a big industry I have some interest in. Okay, because at the time I have some health problems. I was interested in health, so I picked health niche. But guess what? I'm not a doctor. I don't have an existing audience. I'm starting from zero. I'm starting from zero. I have nothing. But that is something I'm interested. So I realized I can spend 12 hours, 16 hours a day, so-called building my business, writing blogs, curating blogs, maybe not messaging people, but posting on Facebook. So I was spending a lot of time there. But guess what? I make $0. Zero. That was for a few months. I'm like, hey, something is wrong. Why is there like until now I'm supposed to at least have some email subscribers? Why is my email list empty? I'm sharing my stuff on Facebook. I'm sharing my stuff using content syndication. I'm writing blogs. Why is it like I'm not getting visitors? I'm not getting email subscribers. So there's passion, no profit. Then I realized if there's passion and no profit, very, very soon it's no longer a passion, or it's a very expensive hobby. Okay, so then I did the 180, the exact opposite. I went for what is profitable, because the course which I attended, when they say you want to pick your niche, there are two ways. One, you pick something you like. Number two, you go where the money is. So the second decision, it's not really a decision. It so happens that I post on Fiverr, then a real estate investor approached me and like, hey, you seem to be able to do Facebook. You seem to be able to do this. Now, just to give you guys the full story, he bought some Facebook ads from me. My gig on Fiverr was create Facebook ads. Okay. I didn't have a niche. It's like Facebook ads. You want Facebook ads for real estate? Yes. You want Facebook ads for beauty salon? Yes. You want Facebook ads for food? Yes. You want Facebook ads for computers? Yes. Everything I'll say yes. I don't have any niche, but I specialize on Facebook ads. That time in 2017, 2016, 17, and 18, these 3 years on Fiverr. So this real estate guy came and like, he just bought a Facebook ad, but I actually give him suggestions on landing page. I wrote some emails for him. I do more than I promise. I over deliver. And this is something I still do until today. When they pay me for something, I always like, okay, this is what you came for, I give it to you. But besides this, what other things I can do for you? I've been doing it until today. So like when people they hire me for Google Ads, I'm like, yes, I'll do the ads for you. But besides that, I'll do other things for you. I'll find what is your root problem. And I realized after doing this a few times, I get good at finding what is the problem of people's business. Then now I'm charging for consultation. Okay, but just to show you, like, you want to get this, what you want to get from this story is when they ask you to, let's say your Fiverr gig is write some articles, give them the article, but over deliver. I'm not asking you to, like, you say you want to write one article, you give them 2. Maybe not that, because it actually devalues your work. Anastasia, what's your Fiverr gig, by the way?
What do you mean?
What's your Fiverr gig, your gig on Fiverr? What other gigs you have?
Only sales, the one that last time, right?
The emails.
Yeah, sales.
Sales emails.
Yeah.
All right. So let's say if it's sales emails, I'm not going to suggest you.
Oh, actually, hang on. Actually, I even offer brochure and sales page and quite a lot actually. All copies.
Okay, so emails, brochure, and
brochures, newsletters.
Newsletters.
Yeah. Landing page. Even
the landing page.
Even I tell them, like, if you want to have a design, this price, and then if you don't, this price.
Okay. So one way you can do it is, let's say because all of these are related, you see, they are related. If they buy something from you on Fiverr, give them one of these free gifts. Now, when you do that, it tells them 2 things. Number one, I know this business very well. I can do many different things. Number 2, I always over deliver. Number 3, I care about your result. I
Hang
care.
on. Sorry. What did you mean?
Okay, let's
I
say
tend to
you
give
can, yeah.
for free.
When they buy a newsletter from you,
Okay.
you can give a sample brochure. Maybe not all pages,
Okay.
but a sample. Okay, this is thank you for buying. You send them both.
Hang on. This is not before, but after, right?
After they buy a gig on Fiverr.
You come to me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
After they buy, they pay. Just do a little extra.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, because on Fiverr, not a lot of people do this.
Yeah, but nobody came yet.
Yeah. Okay. So when you have a gig or whatever, or let's say you have a client, just do a bit more than what you promise, and make sure what you do extra has a value for them. Helps them to solve the original problem which they came for. So he said like, hey, actually I just came to you for Facebook ads, but you do this, you do that extra. How about I just hire you? 1 week it's $400, starting 400, then he increased to 500. How about I pay you 400 a week? So that was how I become a virtual assistant, like everything. I go and learn their systems. I go and figure out what we need. I come up with a strategy. I go and attend courses. Yeah. So that is like how I started. So that time I go to where the money is. Okay. But I realize it's very easy to get customers. It's just I feel very tired when I do that niche. I procrastinate a lot because it's just not something I like, frankly. Until today, I still don't like it. But they're paying me $500, $700, $800 for maybe like 2 days work, 3 days work. Sometimes I can finish everything in 2 hours. Yep.
Yes. One of the people that I met in LinkedIn, because I to connect, and then they said that I want to see your writing, like that. Okay, maybe later because I want to see your writing, but I haven't posted anything in my LinkedIn. So
Okay.
the thing is, I don't think he's looking for my sales page, but I think for my article. I haven't made that one. So at the moment, I'm trying to, building an article, not very long, because I'm not really into that writing. I like to write.
Okay.
I honestly, I like to write. But the
Okay.
thing is, at the moment, I feel like I'm still in my downward spiral, like, because why I haven't got any gigs, something like that. So I feel like I don't want to write, but I try to write. I already make one already. I haven't even posted, but I don't know if I will post it maybe tomorrow. But the thing is, I think he wants to see my voice. How is it look like? Like maybe like that.
Okay.
But I will maybe follow up him later on.
So the person on LinkedIn messaged you and asked you for sample work, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. What I will do if
not sample work. It's just like I forgot. But the thing is, like he said, like
some example of your work, correct?
Yeah, he just like conversations. Like I might contact you later.
Yeah.
For you to give me samples, like that.
Right. So if they show an interest, when they show an interest, it's like you need to build your portfolio with some sample work anyway. Why don't you build some sample work for people who actually responded to you?
Already.
So yeah, just go and do it, then send it to them on LinkedIn.
Actually, they can easily, like, people can easily like see a bit of my sales letter. It's not article. Yeah, maybe I will post blog or something like that in my website. You guys can see. I haven't even put a lot, but there are my portfolio, and just a little bit I've already opened it for sales letters and like that.
Okay.
Not really. I think it's quite a lot. I think the portfolios, but maybe then I didn't put it in the marketplace, but I put it in my own website, which I distributed my website in LinkedIn as well.
I'll say you want to have your example, your portfolio easy for people to search, but make it proactive. Like when they request something, when they show interest in your writing, just show, hey, these are the work which I did previously. Send no more than three examples. Even on the portfolio page,
Yeah.
show no more than 3 things. Unless it is video testimony, then you can show a lot. Testimony is different. I'm talking about the portfolio, the sample work you did. Show your best 3. The 3 which you are the most proud to show. Okay. What I'll do is I will show them that. Then they'll either like, oh, you actually took some initiative to do some sample work and it's actually relevant for me. You can say, hey, this is a gift I prepared for you. Okay. And you tell them what does this gift does.
Yeah.
Okay. Then next it's you can think like if somebody bought an article. Now, this is my opinion. I'm not the biggest fan of writing content. I like to write sales letter because we are in the revenue generating business.
Yeah.
I know some very good writers until this year still writing content, and it's like it's not a lot of money. I'm like, you spend the sales letter takes more time, but it's $500 or a few $1,000s work.
Yeah.
So I'm like, content it's maybe $50, $100, but sales letter we're talking about thousands. So for me, I like to do sales related stuff. Okay, that is me. Let's say if you want to stick with content, still no problem. What do people need after the content? Very common. They want SEO. They want turn it to a blog, make it very copy paste friendly. So what I did last time when I have my agency, it's I prepare the content. I teach my virtual assistants how to SEO optimize the page. I don't do it because it takes some time. I let others do it for me. I show them how to SEO optimize the whole thing. I show them how to export it easily. Okay, so that is how instead of selling article, I'm selling SEO. So it's worth more. Okay.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, I know about all SEO, but just I'm not really confident with that.
Just to get into SEO, you don't need a lot of knowledge. To
Really?
get good at it, you need a lot of knowledge. To get into it, you don't need a lot. You don't even need to buy any SEO tool. I can send you some of my videos.
Yeah.
You can watch it. You don't even need to do all of it, frankly. Okay. But just know that just by spending maybe half an hour on SEO work, you double your price or triple your price. Yeah, it's very good money for 30 minutes work. Maybe the first time when you do it, it takes you more than 30 minutes. But once you know the basics, it's a few things: keyword optimization, place it in the headlines, make it more reader friendly, have some images, have some links.
I've got a lot of images.
Yeah, that you just double your price. I don't really like to do SEO. I don't really like to do content. Until today, I don't like. I prefer to do something which is revenue generating because it's synergized better with my with my skill of media buying. SEO content doesn't, a synergy isn't there, so I don't like to talk about it a lot. But if I really need to do it, I can do it. Okay, you don't need to buy any tools. Please don't waste your money on buying stuff. I spend I think 1,000+ on SEO tools. I can tell you no, unless you're running an SEO agency. That's a different story. We do not need to do that as writers. It's a different business altogether. Don't waste your time.
Yes, but the thing is, like, people in Fiverr, sometimes they say like, I can do you more SEO and then SEO, and I was like, I feel like not really
on Fiverr, a lot of people buy and sell SEO. That is where we are going, where the money is. On Fiverr, I can tell you where the money is. Ads, SEO, graphic design. These are things people keep buying. And I'm like, some of the work is not even good. People are buying. Okay, so if you want to do that, it's relatively easy to do.
Mm.
Pick a niche, pick something that you can have the existing materials. You have existing materials, you have templates, you have some interest, pick it and just do it. And would be very helpful if you have a lot of other tools. Now, so happened that my previous niche is real estate. I have the banner ads, I have the website templates, I have all the PowerPoint stuff related to real estate. If that is the niche you want to go in, I can just pass all of them to you. I mean, I don't use it anymore. It's just sitting around my computer.
Yes, please. I just want to know because
Yeah.
I contacted people in realtors. I mean, I connect in with LinkedIn,
Mhm.
but actually the one in real estate, they're not contacting me. The other ones, you know, like from the business owners, from employee, they're more like contacting me instead.
Okay.
So I was like, because I went to LinkedIn for getting the client from real estate, you know. I mean,
what makes you pick real estate? Oh, I'm just curious. What makes you pick real estate?
oh, because that time a friend of mine, he's a realtor in Australia, so he asked me to make him a sales page. No,
Okay.
no, he asked me. I offer him, and yeah, I mean, I just built a portfolio from there, and then you know, it's not fake portfolio; it's real. So
That is good. I mean, when I started out, I didn't choose anything. I have no preference for anything. Whatever people want, I just take on. That is how I started out. It's fine, you know, just to start your career. Once you do enough of something, you will know whether you like it or not.
yeah,
And when I mean, I'm a bit more timid. I switch once I have once I have the money. Okay, that's me. That's not advice. I'm just sharing what I did. Okay.
do you think I need to make another gig? Like, there's one gig in Fiverr, and there's another gig. So shall I just like make another
Okay.
one?
Do you think this website is okay?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Ah, okay.
I don't like this part, but I think the top part, I'm pretty proud of it.
Yeah,
This-
but it's too for me, my eyes cannot take it. It's too much.
Yeah,
Too much
it's a lot of things. It's more for the more flashy kind of people. In Dialog's language, is more for the sapphires. But this made me how much? $1,600.
Wow.
Okay, and I have the templates for this.
Ah,
So if somebody now comes to me and they
yeah.
want this, I can do it in 2 hours, maybe less than that.
This is
So-
very American.
So the good thing about building websites and writing sales letter and writing webinars, the first one will take you a lot of time. The second one takes you maybe half the time. The third one will maybe take you 30% of the time. And it will come until a page where it's like, hey, you will realize this. I'm getting paid the same amount of money, but I'm doing
More time.
I'm just spending half the time. There will come this time. Hey, I used to spend few hours to do this. Now, I can't believe they are paying me more for less work. Quote unquote less work. You're spending less time because you don't need to spend the full time. Okay, this happened to me. I'm just sharing with you guys. Like last time, it took me like what, 2 weeks to build a website. Then it became 1 week. Then it became 3 days. Then it became 2 hours. All right. I think it's going to be the same if you're writing sales page and webinar. The first webinar, you maybe take 2 weeks, then maybe 10 days, 7 days, especially when you stick to one niche. This is why I like to stick to one niche. Me, I like to, you got all the materials. The first client, you spend 1 month to do everything. The second client, you spend 2 weeks. And you say, hey, you can even tell the client, hey, previous guy paid me $1,000. I spent 1 month. Now you can just pay me 500. I'll get everything done in 2 weeks, or 2 weeks, 700. You know, whatever it is. And it's easy for them to say yes because you can just show them, hey, you know, I did all of this work. I can just make some changes. You can have it. You know, Yeah, so this is the good thing about being in our industry. Our industry means you know, copywriting, website design, anything which is digital and service, because your inventory is your skill. You will not run out of stock. You do not need to go and keep ordering stuff. Like those people who are doing e-commerce, drop shipping, selling physical goods, they need to keep buying new stuff. They need to see what people want to buy, what color people like, all this type of nonsense. We don't need to do all this type of stuff. Okay. Like my inventory, I'll just share with you guys. My inventory is this PowerPoint file. Okay, this is my inventory. Okay, all my designs, everything here. If I have a new laptop, I just copy this file. I can do my work. Back in when I was a virtual assistant, like everything is here. I put everything here. This is my inventory. Yeah, I mean now like I have a lot of like files and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean if you guys you are interested, I can just pass you the whole folder. You see whatever you can use, you go and use it. I mean, I don't care. It's just sitting in my hard disk. It's computer is not doing anything.
When you send it to them, or which files? PNG?
I upload the entire website.
Oh.
So the way I do it is I have this is an entire website compressed in one file. So I just need to unzip the file and the website will be there. Which is why I can do everything in 2 hours, maybe less than that. Okay. Don't aim to get here overnight. It took me a few years. Don't compare to this. But once you have the skill, maybe like now Adam Nasser, like in a few hours you'll be seeing him in Copy Academy. Write an email in 10 minutes, get paid a few hundred for it, or whatever the amount is. It didn't take him 5 minutes. It took him a few years of life experience to reach here. But once you're there, it's just 5 minutes. Like if they ask me, hey, I heard you can do everything in 2 hours. Why is it $2,000, $5,000, $10,000? I'm like, you're not paying me for 2 hours. You're paying me for 5 years I spent to build all of this. It's not the 2 hours. don't look at it that way. It's not. You can see the master artist, Picasso. It's like, hey, you just spent 5 minutes to paint this painting. Why do we need to pay you this amount? He said, no, it's not 5 minutes. I spend my lifetime to work on my art, so I can do it in 5 minutes. Okay, so you want to see yourself at that way. No matter what business you are in, it's not the time I spend. You are seeing me just like somebody goes onto the stage and perform dancing, singing, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Are we paying them for the 5 minutes or the 5 years, 10 years? So why is our business different? It's the same thing. Okay, we want to have that in our mind. When you talk with your prospect, you want to have that in your mind. Some of them, they don't understand. They will ask you, why such a short time you're charging this? It's like, no, some of them, they'll think the longer you take, the higher the price. No, that's not how it works. If you go and see a dentist, take him how long to pull out a teeth? Few seconds, few minutes. Supposedly, the faster he can get it done, the more expensive. They say, it's a very long. Yeah, I can spend 30 minutes pulling out your teeth. Do you want that? Yeah, this is the what we want to have in our brain. Okay, this is what we want to have in the mindset. So I hope that was useful. Okay, so it's almost 10:30. It's like time to go. But before that, any questions you guys have that you wanna ask? Can just
I have a small question, because jumping on a call on Friday, and I don't know what kind of situation I will face. It's because there's the marketer and there's the business owner there. So I already provide him the sample, so I'm not sure what to expect next.
I never
so-
been on a 2-on-1 call before also. Okay, frankly, I never been, so I also don't know what will happen. Whatever they ask, just answer. I mean, like, you know,
like because like they already can see like
they are
my-
70% sold. They're 70% sold, else they won't get on a call with you. Okay, guys, this is a tip. If somebody gets on a Zoom call with you, at least they're 50% close, at least, else they will not go on a call with you. Okay, unless you're on Fiverr, you want to get on a call with them for discovery. That's a different situation. I'm talking about somebody who contact you, ask for your work, you send them a sample, they like your work. Now you want to finalize the deal, you want to close the deal. Okay, if they say yes to get on a Zoom call with you, 50, at least 50%. For Boss case, I know it's 70% because he contact Ball through Copy Academy, and so happened that my friend Lisa also work for the influencer. So I asked Lisa, please say something nice here. Don't always be so mean, you know, say something nice. Then she
Can I ask
yeah.
about the payment from them? How is it going to, how do you charge? I mean, do you charge, let's say,
I use PayPal.
I know, but the thing is, let's say you buy me a sales page, and you said, okay, I want 3 sales page, and then, well, I'm doing that first. I'm doing my sales page first, and then I give it to you.
I like to do 50.
I don't know you because I don't know you.
I like to do 50-50. Let's say
Okay.
if it's 1,000, then 500 before I start the work and 500 on delivery. There are some who do 40, 30, 30 or 30, 30, 40, means 30% when you start the work. First milestone, another 30%. Then when everything is done, 40%. For me, I always do it 50-50. That's me.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, guys. I think we'll see everybody next week. This will be here like every week on Tuesday. So meanwhile, if you have any questions, you can always drop me a message. Then whatever I asked you guys to remind me, I already forgot about it, so you have to remind me. Like, yeah, this is why I always take notes, because I know my brain doesn't remember things like this. Okay, so if something which I said, send me a message, just send me a message. I'll send you guys the materials. Okay, else I'll see you guys next week.
So thanks very much, Jay.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye.